All right, everybody, welcome into the training. I am going to share my screen here in a little bit. Welcome. Happy Friday. We're going to go live here, so give me 1 second. We're going to go live on Instagram and a few other places here. So give me 1 second while we set that up, and then we'll do the whole thing. We'll get moving here. All right, let's go live. Here we go. Let's see, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And let's go on here as well. Okay. All right. So let me come back over here. All right. Now we're ready to go. All right, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's had a good week. Let's see. All the new folks, if you are new to Dubb, if you don't mind putting a one in the chat, if you're new, if this is your kind of first time in the live training or maybe first time using Dubb, you're just getting going, you're new to the whole thing. A one in the chat would be amazing. You can put a two in the chat if you're returning. A lot of the folks in here, I know are returning. Rod, I know you're returning. Thanks, my friend. Um, Obviously, Jai, Bill, welcome back. Let's see who else. What names do I recognize in here? Um, Mark, maybe? Let's see. Sometimes, when you're looking at names, you're like, oh, I know that person's name. And then, oh, wait, they're new. Let's see. Jamie Quinn. Welcome in, Jamie. Let's see. If you want to say hi, I'll unmute you here. If you want to say hello, you can say hello. If not, you can say hi in the chat. Totally up to you. Um, we always like to kind of say hi to the new folks. If you want to put your industry in there too, that would be pretty cool. Um, so for the new folks in here, and the returners know this, what we're going to do is we're going to be covering the basics of Dubb. So a lot of the times when you use the platform in general, it comes down to a couple things. One is going to be the idea of having a use case. So having a use case is one of the first things you got to do. Then you got to identify who your audience is you're reaching out to, and then how do you visually do that? And that's one of the biggest things with Dubb is understanding how you can do that. Thanks, Jamie. Sorry, your message. Appreciate it. So what we're going to do is we're going to run through the basics here, and then we are going to have some questions. If you have any questions along the way, pop them in the chat. And then when we get on the backside, we'll kind of reconvene on a couple of those things and see what everybody has to say, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let me share my screen here and let's begin with the basics because even if you're doing this before, it's like going to the gym, right? You got to get the reps in. So let me share my screen here and here we go. Okay, so Dubb in general, when you think about Dubb, how I was just talking about a use case, see how in this example right here, I'm saying, what's your hook? What's your hook? This right here is an example of when you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds is going to repeat. So it's an animated video preview of what that's going to look like. Now, the biggest thing you want to think about is when it comes to, um, when you think about the hook, let me stop here for a second because I want to mention this. When you think about the hook in general, okay, the hook is so important because if you don't know why you're reaching out or what you're doing, there's no point in making the video because you're going to kind of be lost as far as what the point is. So when you think about what you want to do with the hook, you want to be absolutely positive you have the correct messaging. So having the correct messaging is all about knowing how to get this hook. So if you use Gemini, if you use ChatGPT, if you use Grok, if you use within Dubb, if you use Auto right here, okay? If you use Auto, you can type into the AI, give me 5 to 6 word hooks that are related to my ICP, my ideal client profile. And then you're going to take those hooks that it's going to give you in a list and give them a human pass. Because you want to have those nice phrasing, those hooks, those reasons people are going to want to click on those videos. And then once you know what that is, then you can place it where you want to place it. So in this case here, the hook that I've come up with for the person or the group that I'm reaching out to is going to be physically typed on the whiteboard part of my phone, which is right there. Now, this is just one style of a video with Dubb you can record. So this was done on the webcam inside of the platform. Have the mobile app on my phone. I have the Dubb mobile app, and I'm just typing on the whiteboard here. Now, the 3 second animated preview is the first 3 seconds when you hit record. So whatever you're doing, that's going to repeat. So I'm just pointing at the phone, smiling right there. You can change that within Dubb with editing. You can totally change that. Um, but I think the biggest thing you want to really focus on is the fact that you know what your hook is. That's the first thing. Then you're going to pick a style. Now, this webcam style here, you can do a couple different things. So you can have a virtual background behind you, like you see right here, which works really good for people's profiles, works really good for property. It would look something like this. You could just have it behind you like this. But you can do it for company websites, screenshots, articles you want to share, whatever industry you're in, you can drop it behind so someone has some context. Now, you also, at the same time, like I'm doing right here, you can hold up that whiteboard at the same time. So you can have that additional message or that address. So you're able to do that. So I think that's one of the biggest things that you want to think about in terms of context. Now, as far as recording these different types, we're going to get into those in a second. But this is one type you can do, very straightforward. The other kind you can do is something like this, which is a screen recording. So this is done with the Dubb Chrome extension. It's a browser-based screen recorder. So any website that you want to be on top of and you want to walk someone through something, this is a really nice way to do that. You can use annotations. You can do an additional message inside here. See how I'm holding up the whiteboard again with that message right inside there? I'm holding it up. It's not a necessity that you have to do that, but why not take it to another level with an additional message inside the bubble? But basically, any website you want to be on top of, you can walk someone through something with it visually. You can even reach out on LinkedIn, which we'll show in a little bit to do that. We also have another screen recorder called the Dubb Desktop app. The desktop app, you can get a little more specific. It has some different functionality that I'll show you. But in this case here, I've pulled up a website and I've zoomed and cropped myself into a certain part of it, and I'm pointing something very specifically out. It has some other different functions too, but for screen recording, you have the desktop app, which is right here, which can basically go on top of anything on your computer. And you have the Dubb Chrome extension that we just looked at right here, which is only website browser based. Now, we also have a mobile app. So when you got the Dubb mobile app, you can put a virtual background behind you. You can do some text like you see right here. You also can just record yourself like this in a little selfie style. You can have the hook that we just talked about. You can type it above your head, below, wherever you'd like to place it. You also can do picture in picture, which is right down here. So this is really good for property walkthroughs in real estate. If you're not in real estate and you just want to pull up someone's website and you got your phone in your hand and you can just zoom into the computer. If you're at a live event, you show the crowd in front of you and then send that out to your contact list. If you're with someone in person and you want to do a video testimonial and they're seated right across from you, you can film them and then put yourself here and then they're on the screen as well. So a lot of different options visually you have with Dubb to be able to make this happen. Now, regardless of the style that you choose, when you do decide how you want to record it and you send it to someone, when they click on this, they're going to be brought to a customized landing page called a preset. Now, when you land here, you're going to have a number of options. So, number one, it's going to be the video that you've recorded, this initial video. And this initial video that you make, 30 to 40 seconds, get right into the value that you want to bring to that person or that group, and then get out. The playlist of videos over here give you some neat options. Now, these playlist videos are going to play directly after the initial video that you've created. So if you have a video in here that is a one-time video you record that's basically your pitch video, a minute, minute and a half, it will always run right after. And having that there always gives you the ability to connect with that person or group on that initial value, that hook that we talked about. And then if you have video testimonials, this is a really good spot to have it in the playlist as well. Below here, you have your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What would you like someone to do after they've consumed the content? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? Do you want them to download a document, a listing agreement, a contract? Do you want them to email you back? Do you want them to fill out a form? Do you want them to visit a website? Do you want them to check out a case study? Do you want them to leave a review? So there's a number of choices you have for people down here. If you have multiples, I would go in order of importance from left to right. Now, if you don't have video testimonials or you have them, but you want to get more, a really convenient way to do it is you can record a video for someone and then have the reply with video button that you see right here, have that below it. So if I was going to send someone a video and I wanted to get a video testimonial, I'm going to send them a video. That button's going to be below it. And then I just hit record. Hey, this is Rob. Listen, thanks so much for using the Dubb platform. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. It is not complicated. You don't have to download anything. Just click reply with video below and let me know what you think about the platform. And then they send that video back to you. You get a video notification inside the platform, and then you just add it to your playlist. And this is a kind of a really cool little loop you can get people in right here. And then the last part over here is the AI assistant called SIA, our Sales Interactive Assistant. And SIA is great because when someone lands on these pages, maybe they're thinking about taking the next step, but maybe they have some questions. So over here to the right, you can have up to 20 FAQs that you can create. Three of them will show. You can interact with the AI and ask questions. And when the AI gives an answer, it's going to push for your desired outcome at the end. So in my case, it's book a time in my calendar, but it could be something else for you. But it will keep the momentum going, give the answer, and keep it moving forward. The education of the AI is done inside of Dubb. So when you set up the individual AI assistants for the different landing pages, you can use individual website links and it will physically learn what's on those different pages of the different websites. Like if it was Dubb, it would be dubb.com, dubb.com/support, /testimonials, whatever we wanted for those specific pages. And it will physically learn what's in text on the pages. You also can upload a PDF as well. So you can do one or the other or both. And then it becomes educated on what you need it to be educated on. And these preset landing pages that you see here, it's really good to have different preset landing pages for different parts of your audience if the messaging is different. So if I was in real estate, buyers and sellers, that's the biggest split ever. You have one for buyer and one for a seller. Same thing with coaching and consulting, the different industries. Same thing for mortgage, insurance, financial, recruiting. There's all kinds of different segmentations. And when you're on a paid plan with Dubb, the team meets you in Zoom in an optimization setup and helps you set up the buttons and the pages and all that good stuff. And obviously, all of it's tracked too. So, did someone click on an email? Did they watch the video? Did they interact with the AI? Did they click on any buttons? All of it helps you follow up in a really, really smart way. Now, in terms of how to record this stuff, here's how we go about it. So if we want to record a webcam video like we see right here, you would go right inside the Dubb platform. You would click the red camera icon that sits right up here at the top. This is where you can record or upload a video into Dubb. And when you're inside here, the first thing you're going to do if you want to use the whiteboard to have that messaging is you want to get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. And when you have the Dubb mobile app on your phone, it's going to look exactly like this. So here is the mobile app. Here is the little button right there for the person. This is where you're going to click this little button here. And when you click it here, it's going to have a area where you can type. So all you do in here is just type the hook, type it, turn it, and there you go. I guess I made it bigger. There we go. If you can read it. And then you're able to use it. Now, if you want to do the virtual background, just go below here, select virtual background. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go to your photos below, and then you can upload into this area any screenshots that you have. So screenshots of those articles, those properties, those websites, those profiles, anything that you want to have in terms of context behind you. And then it creates a little library here. Select the one that you would like, and then it's going to put it behind you just like this. And you just want to make sure you have a good front light, good ring light, natural light, maybe a combination of both. And then you also can use the hook here and the virtual background at the same time, or you can just do one or the other. It's totally up to you. From a physicality standpoint, if you use your hands a lot to talk, I would stay right in here. If you go out here, you kind of lose them a little bit. So stay right within here when you're doing that. Now, every recording option within Dubb has a teleprompter option. So if you want to use a teleprompter, first you have to have a script saved into the Dubb platform. So to access the scripts that you have saved in the platform, just click up here and you can either go create new script, which will take you inside the Dubb platform to add a script, or you can scroll through the scripts you already have saved in Dubb, or you can search for a script by title, which is just like this. Now, when this comes out like this, here's your speed. Right here, you can adjust this up or down. Play button, so you can see if you like it. Back the text off, or zoom it in. You even can edit this right here. So the pencil icon right here, if you click edit, you can make some real-time changes to the script if you want to do that. Because sometimes when you have a script, you start to read it a little bit, and you're like, you know what, I kind of want to change that. Now, from a physical perspective, arm's distance away is pretty good. You want to let the words flow up into the eye line towards the top. You don't want to be chasing the words. If you're chasing the words, it means you got to increase the speed a little bit. But give it a run through. Using the teleprompter is a nice kind of way to make sure you don't forget the things that you want to say and say them in the way you want to say them. All right, so I'm going to hit record here. I'm going to have my hook ready to go right here. I'm going to click record. I'm going to get a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and it will be like this. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button right here if I want to stop, click it again to resume. I can click the red button here to delete if I want to delete this video, but you always want to click, are you sure? Because that's a big button to have. You sure you want to delete it? And then if you want to save it into the platform, it's the check mark, which will save it into Dubb. So to close the teleprompter, just tap this little button here and it closes. This is one of the most straightforward ways you can deliver a message. You can hold up the whiteboard, have a virtual behind, do one or the other, or have both. And this is a nice way to do it right from your computer. So I'm going to hit the check mark right here, and it's going to save this video inside of the Dubb platform. Now, when a video gets saved into Dubb, you're always going to land on the video edit page inside of the platform. Now, when you're on the video edit page, you have a number of options in here. So I'm just going to select a different video just because I was doing this here. Let's grab this one. So when you have a video saved in here, you get the top, you can edit the title right here. Just make sure you click the check mark and that'll be your internal title for the video. You can download the MP4 version of the video. So if you click MP4, you'll have that file. You also can go over here to the right in this little square button with an arrow. This is a preview button. So you recorded a video, you have it on a preset landing page, but you want to check out what it looks like. You can preview it by clicking this button, opens it up in a different tab, and you can view the page to see if you have it the way you want it. Now, you also have the ability to click on a QR code. Every Dubb video has a QR code. So if you're doing any kind of physical mail marketing, you could have a video created specifically for that. If you're doing an open house, say in real estate, have it sitting on the counter saying, hey, thanks for coming to this open house. Click below for similar properties. If you're not in real estate and you're at a live event, have a video pre-created. So when you meet someone, they can click on it and it says, hey, it was great meeting you at the event. Click below to take that next action. Or if you actually have a booth at an event and you're there, you can have a little placard with the QR code set up there as well. Now you also have the ability to click this little drop down button right here, and this will remind you this is your preset landing page that's attached to this video. Now, whenever you create preset landing pages that we saw earlier, you're always going to have a default preset landing page. So whenever you create a video, that landing page will always be attached to it with those videos, those buttons, that setup. You can change it to a different preset landing page if you'd like to from this dropdown once all the preset landing pages are created. You also can upload this directly to your YouTube channel. And down here, you have some options. So here's the analytics tab. We have a digital AI coach called Kyra, which is an AI coach where when you record these videos, all you have to do is click generate, and then you can go through the delivery analysis. It will break it down there. It will give you feedback on content. It will give you feedback on your visuals. So it's a nice non-biased way to be able to check this out. Again, the activity, you can really drill down on what people are doing. CTAs, emails, video replies. Are they watching the video? If they are, what's the watch percentage? That really helps you because you know what they've consumed. And then you also have a details tab. This details tab is going to remind you what's on that landing page. It's going to say, remember, these are the buttons below your video. This is your sales assistant. This is the playlist that's going to happen right here after the videos play. And you can change anything right in here. I can change the buttons and I can change the videos if I would like to. If you already sent this video to someone and you forgot to change a button or a video, you can still do that and it will refresh on the other side for them. You also have an editing tab. So every video you save into Dubb, you have an editor. So I can hit the play button, have it play. This is Rob. I can drag the timeline like this to wherever I want to drag it to. So let's say I want to drag it right here. Let's say this is my first cut point. I can select the scissor icon. That will split it in two. And then I can drag it or play it to my second cut point, scissors. Now you'll see it's in three pieces. And whatever is highlighted in orange is what I want to get rid of. And then just click the delete and it's gone. And then you would just click save. Now, if you want to bring them back, don't click save, just click the undo button, undo, 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 and you're right back to where you started. We also have a design tab. So the design tab is like I mentioned in the beginning. When you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds repeats as that animated preview. If you want to change it, you can slide this to a different part of the video for the first 3 seconds, or you can upload your own thumbnail. So you have those as options. Okay, so we recorded a video, we have it on a preset landing page, and now we would just like to send the video out. So to do a simple send, open up a compose, and when you open this up here, you want to make sure that you have the word video in the subject line. It's the first thing someone sees. It's rare that people see that in their inbox. You want to have that hook that we talked about in the beginning here in your subject line, a little bit of text, and then you want to be able to drop the video in. So you can drop it in a couple ways. First, inside the Dubb platform, when you have a video selected, there's always a big blue share and send button. So you can click this here, put the email in for tracking. You can add a little personalization text at the top of the video if you would like. Click copy for email, come in here and paste, just like that. Now, another way to send it is a shortcut. So inside of Gmail at the bottom, there's a little Dubb button right down there at the bottom. In Outlook 365, it's off to the right in add-ins. So when you have this shortcut, you can select this here, and then you can just scroll through your video library and find the video that you want. And then you can just pop it in and it's ready to go. Now, the reason that button exists down here is because you have the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder right up here at the top. And that's what we're going to look at right now in terms of screen recording. So a Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder recording looks something just like this. And again, this could be on top of any website that you want to be on top of. So we're going to use LinkedIn as an example. So if I wanted to reach out to Ruben here on LinkedIn, I'm going to Google Dubb Chrome extension. I'm going to get this pinned up here. It's a three-step process to have it pinned and logged in your browser. And when you select it here, then it's going to put me on the page physically. And whenever you're on top of a website in general, this could be LinkedIn, it could be anything else, you want to think about number one, the size of your webcam. You don't want to cover everything, so you want to get to the appropriate size that works for you. You want to think about the shape that you can change. Because a lot of times you want to match kind of the aesthetics of the page. I'm going to go circle, Ruben's in a circle. And then you want to think about where you want to place yourself. So I'm going to put myself right next to Ruben, right here. Now, from functionality, you can zoom yourself in, you can back yourself up, you can physically move yourself around inside of here. You can jump to full screen, bring yourself here, and then go back to the page. You also can come over here and turn your camera off. So if you want to turn it off, you can just do an audio walkthrough of a website if you'd like to. You also can use your headshot if you want to use your headshot. And then you also can do the virtual background right inside here in the back. Now, you also have the opportunity to use the annotation tool, which is right over here, which we're going to use in a second. You have a teleprompter you can use, and this one's a little bit different. You can physically move this wherever you want to. You can manipulate the sides like this. To find the script that you want, same thing. You click in here or you look for it by name. You can drag this up or down in terms of the speed. You can hit the play button, see if you like that speed, back the text off, or zoom it in. And then you would physically just move this wherever you want to move it to. So moving it towards the top. And just make sure, this is the big thing with the Chrome extension. You want to make sure that you don't go full screen on your browser if you want to use the teleprompter tab. Because if you do, it'll hide it. You won't be able to click on it. See how you can't see it? If I went full screen, you wouldn't be able to use it. So you want to leave a little bit of a gap. So when you hit record, you can physically tap this and bring it forward and you're able to use it. You also have different orientations to record here. So right over here, if I click camera, it's going to open up like a webcam. If I select tab, it's going to be just the physical tab that I am on. So it won't get any of the tab mess at the top. And then you can also select screen, which will be the full screen. And then if you want to jump around to different tabs, you have the option to do that. For me, I personally like tab. That way it's concentrated on the page that I'm on, but it's up to you in terms of what you want to do with that. Now, the last part of it is I'm going to bring my hook back into the equation here when I'm doing this. So I'm going to hit record over here to the right. It's going to show my tab. There it is right there. Click share. And then I get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hi, this is Rob. I wanted to reach out to you, Ruben, because I saw that you were an author, my friend. So I got to check out your book, click record. I got to give that a read. So I did my whole wave. I had my thing here, right? That's my first 3 seconds. And then I jumped to full screen because I wanted to talk to Ruben directly and then go back to the page. To jump to full screen, whenever you want to make a point on something, you can hover with your mouse over the webcam like this, double click it, brings you here to make your point, double click the screen to go back, or you can click on the little button here, brings you full, click right here to go back, or you can select down there on the control panel at the bottom, click it here, click it to go back. Just a nice way to kind of make an effect and talk to them directly. Now, in terms of the annotations, you can use the annotation tool. So I can do arrows if I want to on the screen here. I can do some text on the screen. I can put things in numerical order of importance if I would like to. I also can underline, I can draw, I can do circles, and all of the annotations are going to stay where they're supposed to stay. So I can continue down the page and they're not going to follow me. I also can hit the pause button right over here. If I want to stop the recording, take a break for a second, click it again to resume. So if you're looking to reach out on LinkedIn, if you're looking to share any kind of website and be on top of something, walking someone through something that's in the browser, the Chrome extension is a nice quick way to do that. So again, I'm going to hit the check mark right here because remember we hit the check mark before, and this is going to save the video into the Dubb platform. So I'm going to click it here, and it's going to save it. Now, once it's saved, again, it's always going to bring us to the video edit page where we were before, anytime you save a video inside of Dubb. Now, the video that I've just created for Ruben, how would I share that with him on LinkedIn? So you want to make sure that you are connected on LinkedIn first. So your first connection, then click the message icon. And then in here, you're going to notice there's a little Dubb button down here at the bottom because we have an integration with LinkedIn, just like you saw with Gmail and Outlook 365. So when you click the little button here, it opens up the Chrome that we just used. You find your video. There it is. Click Insert, and then you would just highlight right here the text, and you can change it to something a little more personal or whatever you want that message to be, and then click send. And then Ruben will see this nice animated video preview in the inbox that's going to be in there that will look something like, well, it's not showing right now, maybe we got a little bug, but it'll be a preview that he'll see within there. Now, there's also another screen recorder that I'm going to show you right now that's different than the Chrome, and this is the one I mentioned in the beginning. This is the Dubb desktop app. So all you'd have to do is Google Dubb desktop app, download it for Mac or PC, and then when it's downloaded on a Mac, it'll be up here at the top, like I'm clicking right here, and a PC, I believe it'll be at the bottom. And then I always click View Quick Menu, and then it pops up this little menu right here. And I'm going to go Record Screen so we can see the difference between Chrome and the desktop. So I'm going to click it here. It's going to open up. Now, similarity wise, same thing with the bubble. You can do all the same stuff you just did with the Chrome with the desktop app within the bubble here. Same annotation tool. You can do all the same stuff. The only difference is when you use the annotations with the desktop app, they're not going to stay sticky. They will follow you wherever you go. So you want to use them, delete them, and then keep moving. But the teleprompter, it's similar to the Chrome where you can physically move it around, but it's different in this part. So I'm going to select this here, and you'll see right over here to the right, the first choice is auto track. So auto track is voice recognition. So if I click record, the script is going to move when I'm speaking. When I select it again, it's going to be the scroll speed. So you can turn it on or off. So you can either have voice recognition, which is auto track, and if you click it closed, you have the scroll speed that you can use that we saw with the other two teleprompters. So it's really whatever one you want. You want auto scroll or you want auto track. Now, from the recording perspective, remember the desktop app is like a drone. It flies over everything. So browser-based stuff was the Chrome extension, but the desktop app can do everything on top of the browser, on top of videos, on top of documents, Canvas slides, whatever you want. So what you can do is this right here. This little red slash you see down here at the bottom on the control panel here. If I hit record and that red slash was there, it would get my entire computer screen. If I get rid of the red slash by clicking on it, I have a little drop down here and I have some choices in terms of the border of what I'm recording. So right now it's on portrait. So when I move this around, whatever's inside the blue area here is going to be part of the recording. So all I have to do is put myself inside here and now I'm making a social video in the portrait format right from my desktop. I also can go to landscape, which is like the YouTube formation here. And then you also can click the drop down and go to custom. Custom is pretty cool because you can crop around anything you want to crop around. So if you want to get really specific, you can get really specific when you're doing this. Now, to record, here's how you do this. You're going to hit the record button here. I'm going to get a 3, 2, 1 countdown. And now I'm going to be recording. Here we go. Now, I can the check mark that we saw before down here, that would save it into the Dubb platform that we just saw 2 times before this. But for the desktop app, the check mark is different. So when I select the check mark, it's going to open up a preview window that you see right here. And the desktop app is a clip recorder. So the Chrome extension was just one video that we paused and resumed and saved. But the desktop app is going to have us record a few clips, merge them together into one video, and then we save it into the platform. So the cool thing about clip recording is you can drag and drop videos from your computer. If you have an MP4 format, just drop it in here and make it part of the story. Now, what I just did was a screen recording. So if I wanted to say go back and record something else, I'm going to minimize this out of the way. And let's just say I wanted to come over here and record on this page, a screen recording. Pull the preview back up, and there are 3 creative options down to the bottom left to keep recording. The one all the way to the left is record screen video, which is what I just did. So if I want to keep doing the same style I just did and go back and do it, click that icon to the bottom left, and now I'm right here in the same style. And then I'm going to put myself where I want to put myself. I'm going to hit record, get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and now I'm just recording a second clip in the same style that I just did. Hit the check mark, and there's that second clip. And I can physically move these clips in any order that I want. So you don't have to record chronologically, which is, I think, really cool. And then you can tap the 3 dot menu and you can download or delete each individual clip. Now, there's also some other icons down here to keep recording. This middle one down here is a webcam icon. So when I select that here, it opens up my webcam, hit record, and now I'm recording a webcam style video. And this could be my opening, it could be my ending. Maybe I want to make a specific point about something. But the point is, it's going to be different visually. The last option you have down to the bottom left is record narrator video. So narrator video means this gives you the ability to play a pre-recorded video inside of a bubble and place it wherever you'd like to place it. So if I was doing a video about something, I could record it from my webcam first, say everything I want to say, save it into Dubb, and then I can click narrator video right here. It brings me into my video library. Let's just say it's this video that I did. I can select it, and then I can change it to whatever shape I want and put it wherever I want. So all I have to do now is just worry about putting this where I want to. I hit record, and the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video. I can pause, resume, do anything I want. So it's really cool because you can do things in a 2-step process where you don't have to do it all at once if you don't want to. You can just play a pre-record. Now, when you have the clips that you want and you're ready to merge them all into one video, all you have to do is select the edit button to the bottom right. It's going to merge all of the clips together. And then we have a video right here. Now, inside the Dubb desktop app, you even have an editor right here that you can edit the video, very similar to the editor that you saw inside of the Dubb area. So you can do that right here before you even save it into the platform. You also can get rid of silences in your videos. This little button here called Smart Cut. If you select this here, well, actually, I didn't have silences here. That's good. Silences that show up there are typically in pink, and you can get rid of those to have a tighter cut if you want that. Then you can download the MP4 version of the video, and you can upload it into Dubb. Now, the last part of the recording here, in terms of what you can do functionality-wise, is going to be the Dubb mobile app. Now, the mobile app is actually really similar to the desktop app because the mobile app is a clip recorder as well. But you know, the phones have really good cameras on these things. So this is how you record a video here. So you get the Dubb mobile app on your phone, and when you have the Dubb mobile app, there's going to be a blue camera icon at the bottom to record. So I'm going to tap that right now. And when I tap it, it's going to open up the camera. And when you're first using the mobile app, it's going to be defaulted for 1 minute. So just slide it over to 10, or I slide it to 10 because I don't want to get cut off. You can't go beyond 10 minutes. And to record, you're going to tap the circle, and now I am recording. You can see a timer on the button, and you can see a timer up here at the top. I'm going to tap the pause button if I want to just pause the recording, and I can click it again to resume. And to end the recording, I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom again. And now what I've just done is I've recorded a clip. And here is that clip right here. Now, normally it shows a preview. There might be a little bug here. It's just showing a black screen. Normally it shows a little preview here. This clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone, so I have it in my photo video area in case I need it. I'm going to hit record one more time just to record a second clip. Here we go. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. I'm going to tap the circle again, and there is it. That's what it should look like right there, right there. Now, these clips I can physically move around. So I can take my finger and I can hold one for a second and slide it. So just like the desktop, well, actually, hold on, let's see. Let's make sure it goes to its right spot. There we go. Well, I think I just accidentally deleted it. Let's record one more. It's a little buggy this morning. Buggy Friday, I guess. Hey, there's three. I got three clips now. The point is you can move them around. Hold them, slide them. Now, in terms of functionality, if I tap a clip individually, I'll tap it here. You can delete, trim, and if I select edit, you can select the music icon right here. If I select this, we have a whole library of music that you can choose from. And then you can just add, just adjust the levels, your level of speaking in the music. You want to make sure the music doesn't overwhelm your voice. You can select the text icon, and this is where you can type the text that I showed you guys in the beginning, where you can have that hook and you can put it wherever you want to put it around you. You can do that. You can click the voiceover icon and do a voiceover of this clip, or you can do a voiceover at the end. You can select the timer icon where you can speed up a clip. So if this was a more of an action clip, maybe I'm doing a property walkthrough, or we have guys that are in, the auto lots and they go around the cars and show the cars. You can speed things up. You also can do burned in subtitles now, or you can do them at the end if you want to do that. The icons over here, what do they do? If you select the tooltip at the top, it's going to give you the titles of what the functionality is over here, and then just tap it again to close it. This one right here is a countdown timer. I always put mine on 3 seconds because I kind of feel like that's kind of the perfect amount of time. Three, two, one, and I'm ready to go. We also have a video stabilization button, which is right here. So if you were doing a walk and talk and you feel like it's a little kind of all over the place and kind of herky-jerky, you can select this button here, go low, medium, or high, and then it'll take it from this to more like this. If you want to use the teleprompter, this button right here, and then same thing as before, you can click create new script. It'll take you to scripting to create one, or you can scroll, or you can type in the title of the script, however you want to find it, grab it here. And then you can slide things up or down. See, I'm sliding this. I'm sliding the guardrails here. So I can slide it up or down like this. If your eyes are not staying at the top when you're reading a script and they're down here, just slide it up. That way your eyes stay where you're supposed to stay, right there at the top. You also can turn your phone like this to landscape and the script will adjust. Now here is going to be the speed right here between 1 and 10. So you can hit the plus button or you can drag it with your finger up or down, wherever you'd like to drag it. You can hit the play button right here to play it, see if you like that speed. You can click the edit button, the pencil icon here, make some real-time changes if you'd like to. Now, if you have an iPhone, you have this as an option. So if you click the gear icon, you can select auto track and it will be voice recognition like we talked about earlier, like this. Cold calls are dead. Cute, real cute. But so is ignoring your CRM reminders. So see kind of when it might pace. And that's the icon right here. And it's either auto track or auto scroll. And then to close the teleprompter, tap the X to the top right. Now, if you recorded a video on your phone and you want to make it part of the story down here, you want to drop it in down here, just go right here to the folder button. It'll take you to your photo video area on your phone, find the video that you want, and then just click add to clips and it will drop it down here. If you want to record what's on your screen, it's this button right here. If you want to use filters, this button. So when you select this one here, you can do black and white, you can do skin smoothing, you can do different kind of color effects if you want to do that. Just keep sliding through. This is funny. It's like a spy one. Yeah, I haven't seen that one before. I wonder if that's new. And then also you have this one right here, picture in picture. So the picture in picture is what we showed in the beginning. So this is really good. Again, property walkthroughs it's great for. But again, whatever industry you're in, if you physically want to show what's in front of you and you want to be able to zoom in the background, you can absolutely do that with picture in picture. The last one down here is virtual background. So when you select this one here, take screenshots on your phone of the stuff you want behind you that we talked about earlier, and then click that here, and then it just drops it behind you, and you're able to record it. And then when you're ready to merge all these clips together into that one video like we did with the desktop app, just hit the blue button to merge all of our clips together. And then we're going to have on our phone in our photo video area a finished copy of that finished video downloaded automatically. And then you'll be able to upload it right here. So when you hit the blue upload button, that's going to upload it into the Dubb platform. Now on the mobile app here in the home area, you have sending ability. So we can see our video library right here. So if I select a video here, I can just click the blue share button right in the middle and click copy for email. So it says copy to, it's copied there. Then you just paste it. You can click copy for SMS. It does the same thing. Or you can click the icons to the top right of the video with the square and the paper airplane icon. Squares for email, paper airplane icon is for SMS. Now you also have an AI writer here on the mobile app. So you'll, oh, looks like, let me see. Hold on. Looks like my screen is frozen. Let's go back. Let's see. All right, there we go. All right, so in case you guys didn't see what I just did, you can select the video here, share blue button, copy for email, then paste it where you want, copy for SMS, paste it where you want, and also the icons at the top. The block icon above the video to the right, that's email. Paper airplane icon to the top right of the video is SMS. And then you have an AI writer here as well. So down next to the blue camera icon, there's a brain icon, a little gray brain one. Click it there, and you're able to use the AI writer. Now we also have the AI writer available on the desktop as well. So inside the Dubb website, we have an AI writer as well, and that's called Auto that we mentioned in the beginning. That's the kind of AI guide through the platform. So if you were in here and you wanted to use from the website, you wanted to use the AI writer, come right in here. This is Auto right here at the top. You can ask Auto pretty much anything you want within Dubb. You could say, "Hey Auto, how do I use the desktop app, the Chrome extension? How do I do this?" It can answer those questions. Also, it can answer strategy questions like, "Hey, what video should I make for real estate or recruitment or whatever I'm in?" But you can also do script writing in here. Now, before you ask Auto to generate a script for you, a good idea is to come over here to the right and select this little person icon right here. If you select this here, notice how I have basic and sales. You can create a bunch of profiles here. So like we talked about with the preset landing pages before, like if I was in recruitment right now and I worked with employers and candidates, I would want to create a profile for employers and a profile for candidates. So when I use the AI, I can select the one that I want, and the AI will be educated in that part of my audience. So when I'm writing something or creating a script or an email, whatever it is, it will know about that audience. So just click create profile, and then you basically would be just answering questions for this part of the profile in here. You'd be answering these questions. You can choose a preferred tone of communication. You even can choose the have method, which is hook your audience, address their needs, provide value, and extend a compelling call to action. And then just click save. And then when you come in here, you're like, "Hey, what audience am I working with today?" Select the one that you want. Then come in here and say, "Hey, write me I'll just say, write me a 150 words about why video is the best for sales." And then just click the little arrow button here or click enter, and then it'll give you the script that you're asking for, and you can be as obviously as descriptive as you want to. And then when it gives the answer, it's going to have this here, and it will ask you at the end, "Hey, do you want help turning this into a script or an email?" And then you can save it into Dubb, and then you can load it into a teleprompter. So that's that's kind of the workflow that you can have here. That's really cool when you're using it. It's just about the AI being educated on that part of your audience, which is pretty neat. Now, the videos in general that you're using from a CRM perspective, if you have a CRM like a HubSpot or a Salesforce or a Go High Level, Follow Up Boss, whatever it is, Lofty, you can keep your workflows and just add video. We have integrations with a lot of those companies if you love those situations you already have set up. But if you don't and you want to use Dubb as a CRM, you could upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do task deals and tags. You can do campaigns with Dubb, bulk email and SMS. You also can do automation workflows, drip sequences. That's part of our Pro Plus plan that we have, but you have that ability to do that with inside of Dubb. Now, we also have this kind of cool thing that we just added up here at the top. I'm going to click our red camera icon. See where it says prompt? We're here to the right, prompt to video. We just added this in here. We're going to be continually kind of jumping on this stuff. But if you want to be able to create an AI video, right, and use it in what you're doing, you can do that right in here. So you'll notice it says video type. If you select here, these are the different types of AI videos you can create. There's an intro hook video. We talk about a hook all the time. There's a greeting video. There's user-generated content video. There is social media, commercial, pitch. We have these as the choices. And then you also have duration. So you can't go beyond 12 seconds, but 4, 8, and 12. and then you can go landscape or portrait. And then you just come in here and give it a prompt. So just tooltip over here kind of gives the advice on prompting. You want to try to be as specific as you can, right? So when you drop that in there, it's going to give you some choices. So if I did something like this, and I did this earlier, but I'll drop this prompt in so you can see what I did. Let me just grab this here, move this out of the way. Okay. So this is the prompt that I used earlier. This one. So I put this prompt in here about a cat, right? I'm going to click generate concepts, and then it's going to generate three choices here when it's generated. So it's give you the ones you can choose from, and they're going to be different a little bit based on kind of what I have here. And then once you have the choices, the three choices, you just select the one that you want, and then it will start generating it. So when it gave me the concepts, I selected one of them, and how it came out was right in here. And you'll get a little email that tells you the video is ready when it's ready. And this is this is the cat at the laptop I had right here. So this is, let me play it. Ready? Here we go.
Welcome to the training.
So just something simple like that. That's just I did a shark the other day, I did a cat one today. But we're gonna have specific examples soon for the different industries, like if you're in real estate, mortgage, whatever you're in, and say, here's a cool example of what this could look like. And then you can kind of, get creative and kind of make your own stuff. But we've had good feedback so far. We've had it out for a little while. The only thing is just probably the length. We might increase, but we got to talk about that internally to see what's going to happen there. As far as what's going on during the weeks here and what we have happening, webinar stuff. So if you know about Dubb Partners, if you know about our reoccurring current commission that we do, our 30% recurring com, we have these meetings today because today's Thursday. But let me show you in the dashboard here. We have a partner program. So over here to the left under referrals, see where it says apply now. Just click this little button here and it creates a little referral link for you. And we do a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to Dubb through that referral link. And we're really supportive of our partners. We want you to have a free account. You get 4 or 5 people, you're paying for Dubb, you get a free account. So I'm going to put this link in the chat, and that's for today, 11:30 a.m. PST every Thursday is when we have our partner webinar. Now, we also have a real estate one that we do on Wednesdays. So I'm going to put that in here. That's the link I just put in right now. That's Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. PST. And then we also have our Dubb Pro Plus coaching with Ruben and Darius. They're the founders of Dubb. And they do that every Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. PST. They have their own curriculum, their own stuff you can fill out, their own learnings in there. So if you're part of Pro Plus, that's something you can do Tuesdays at 11:30 a.m. PST. Okay, so let me see what we've got here in the chat as we're kind of making our way through. Okay, okay. I see in the Q&A, it looks like Rod. When typing my hook and rotating it, the forward hook isn't displayed because it's too big of a font. Is there a way to reduce the font size of landscape? Only get 3 words. If I have documents that I want the client to download and print or store electronically, is there a way to do this? How would I do that? Okay, so Rod, let me come over to you. Go ahead, Rod, if you can hear me okay.
Yeah, I just want to know on my hook, when I put down what is your hook like you did,
Yeah.
my cell phone, it only has what's yours. It doesn't show the whole screen on there. Is there a way I can adjust that?
The hook you're talking about with the AI generator or the
Yeah, with the when I go on my cell phone,
oh, the whiteboard, the whiteboard.
the whiteboard. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I think it's a here, let me just do this. Let me share my screen. I'll show you. Let me share here. Okay, let me open up this here just so we can see this a little better. Okay. So mobile app, whiteboard. Okay, so here, right? In here.
Right,
And
right.
then what was the phrase? How many words was it?
I just put what's your hook, just like you did.
Oh, okay. Let's do it right now in real time. What's your hook? Okay, so I just typed it in there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Right, can you see it, right?
I
And then
got that. And then I
turn.
turn it. And instead of getting what's your hook like you have,
Mhm.
I just have what's your.
What's your so it cut, but when you go back like this is it still
It
there?
it types.
Oh, but I mean, if you go, you can type it in right
I
here.
can type it in and I can see it typed in portrait,
Yep.
but when I go landscape, then
Hmm.
it cuts off the hook portion.
Interesting. I wonder why it's doing that.
Yeah, and I tried on two cell phones.
Hmm. I wonder if like maybe if you reinstall the app, if you try that,
Okay,
like just take it
okay,
out and reinstall it, because I know there was an update. So maybe just try to update. There was an update this morning. So maybe that might have something to do with it. I would do
okay.
that first, and if it
I'll
doesn't
try
work,
that.
just shoot an email over to support. I'm sure they can help you with it.
Okay, I'll try that. And then there's
Yeah.
another question I had on there.
Yeah.
Is it possible to have my documents sent to my client,
Hmm.
have them download it and print it or put it on electronic file? How can I do my credentials for my clients?
Yeah, if you want to send like a PDF to someone, what
Yeah.
you can do is do this. So inside of Dubb, let me show you this right here. So just go in here. See where it says assets off to the left?
Okay.
Just go to calls to action right here.
Okay.
And these are going to be the buttons below your video. This little
Okay.
tutorial right here. But let's just say you want to create a button, right? Click this
All
here
right.
and you just call it, PDF or, whatever you want to
Okay.
title it, right?
Sure.
Just for your own, purpose there. And then select the type. So come in here and then come down to where's document here.
Oh,
And then you
perfect.
would just choose the file, upload it, give it a title, and then save it. And
All
then
right, great.
apply it to the page. Do you know how to
Okay.
do that with the preset? You create the button, and then you apply it to the page.
Okay.
So save and close, you create the button, right? The button's created, right? And then
Yep.
you come over here to presets. And these are your landing pages, right? Your preset landing pages. And then just make sure that when you scroll down, see where it says calls to action right here?
Yeah.
Make sure you add it in here on the
Okay.
page. So when you send the video, hey, listen, that's that PDF you want to download, and that button's there. You know what I mean? So you click the blue plus button, click it
Okay.
here, and you'll see the button you've created, and just select it.
Okay.
It'll be there. And then make
Okay.
sure you just click save at the bottom. When you do that, you
Okay.
got to go all the way to the bottom and click save and close right there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah, you're welcome, Ron. Thanks. Let's see Deshaun. Hey, Deshaun. Good to see you, my friend. Well, good to hear from you. How are you, Deshaun?
Hey Rob, I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. What's happening?
I had a question. You were going over the different, I guess, AI personalities that you can create. I'm wondering if you would recommend creating different profiles based on like just different niches. So I'm not sure if you remember, but I'm in life insurance,
Mhm.
educating people on becoming your own banker, infinite banking.
Yeah.
But I target project managers,
Mhm.
nurses. So those are two examples.
Gotcha.
So would it be better to create a one specific AI personality chat with nurses and then another one with project managers because they may have very as far as
Yeah.
financial stuff. I think
Yeah.
similar problems, but they're different professions.
I would do it. I would go in here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
I would go in here, and when you get to the dashboard, go assets, click on sales assistants right here.
Hmm.
And when you click in here, see how I have different ones in here?
Yeah.
Just click the blue plus button and start creating them and do them for the different, like you think about a preset landing page, have a specific AI that's on that page with that. You know what I mean? Because that
Yeah.
way it's educated on those people you're talking about. So when you come in here, just click edit and then, add your individual website pages that you want the AI to learn from. And then make sure down here you create your FAQs. Yeah, you can create 20 of these things, but just select the three that will show. And then you can upload the PDF right here, inside here. And then just go down to the bottom, click save and close. And then, give them each an internal name here at the top. One's for the nursing, one's for fine. Like we talked about, give it a name so you know what it is internally. Okay.
Mhm.
And then you have them saved. And once you save these things, then it's just about applying them to the preset. So you come over here to the left and see where it says presets right here.
Yeah.
Just click there. And then when you have a preset, let's say this is like the nursing one, click edit, scroll down. See where it says sales assistant? Just click in here and then you find the one that you want. And then go down to the bottom, click save and close. And then you're
Got it.
applying the right AI assistant to the right preset landing page. So when you send it out, you're able to, it's the right person.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Cool. Yeah, you're welcome. And let's see. I think I saw let's see, Miranda. The size of the text. Okay, Miranda, thank you for that. You can adjust the size of the text at the bottom of the screen. Perfect. Miranda, perfect. Miranda, hi. You can say hello if you want. Hi, Miranda. If you want to say hi. If not, thanks for the helpful hint
Oh,
there.
hey, how are you?
Hey.
Loving your platform and just learning about it more. And so thank you for acknowledging that. But I did want to say the gentleman that was not able to see his text, just turn the phone sideways and at the bottom he can minimize that text. It's probably too large.
Yeah, there we go. See, that's a perfect example, Miranda. Thank you so much for that. Exactly. Yep. Very cool. Yeah, a lot of the times when you're trying to make the messaging, you're like, "Hey, check out the message." It's just a little too big. Yeah, no, good point. That's great. How's it going, Miranda? How's your video recording going? What are you up to?
Well, it's going very well. I just started using it on yesterday and had an opportunity to play around with it last night. And I think I did have a question on it last night, but I forgot. I think I'll join your next course, your
Okay.
next overview, and I'll have a couple of questions for you. But overall, it's really good. I did compare it with another tool that we used, and we really like this one because of the mobile options and just a lot of the other additional features that are really
Yeah.
good for our customer base.
Very cool. That's awesome. Well, if you want to, I just put it in the chat, feedback at Dubb, Miranda. If you ever want to send a video over to us, we can check it out, stuff
Awesome.
like that. Yeah, we love to review that stuff. So, yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. And anybody else have anything before we go? Anything on anyone's mind before we head out on this Friday? Anybody? Let's see. All right. Well, listen, thank you so much for. Oh, Jai, yeah, go ahead, my friend. Let's say you put your hand up. Go ahead, Jai. What's up? Jai, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I got you. What's up, Jai?
Yeah, I was gonna say have a good weekend, man. You made a mistake, you said it was Thursday training. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Yeah. Thanks as always. That's awesome. Well, everybody, thanks so much for coming. I'll give you some lasers. See if I can get some lasers here on a Friday. Is it going to work? Is it going to work? Ah, my Mac's not working today for my lasers. Okay. Everybody, have a laser-free weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Bye, everybody.